Hey everyone, let's talk about the word SIMP. Now the word SIMP is a word that I have seen being used online, on social media, more and more often recently. I think it's only really gained popularity in the past year, maybe year and a half. I'm not really sure exactly, but it's certainly not a word that I ever heard being used until very recently. Now, at first, I thought, it was pretty easy to guess what the meaning was. It was clearly, from the context, it was clearly being used as an insult. And so my mind just kind of guessed, well, simp, simple, simple-minded, or simpleton. So I kind of guessed that it just really meant stupid or idiot, and that's how it was being used. But the more I saw it being used, the less clear it became, really, because I saw some contexts where stupid didn't really fit very well. And so I started to think, okay, maybe my initial guess was wrong, and I want to be sure that I understand any kind of subtle differences. So I did a bit of research, and I found out that my initial guess was actually correct, but not really. The word simp has been used for decades. They found records of it being used back 100 years ago. And in those days, it did mean simple, simple-minded, or simpleton. So 100 years ago, if somebody used the word simp, they were calling you an idiot, or they were calling you stupid. However, the way it's being used today does not mean that. Well, I guess you could kind of say it means that, but in a very specific way. What simp means today, if you are reading it online, what it's supposed to mean is a man who does too much. He is too attentive, or he's submissive to women, or especially a woman that he likes and wants her to like him back. And that's what simp, I don't want to say that's what simp means. I want to say that's what simp is supposed to mean today. That's what the definition is supposed to be. And I'll explain that in a minute. But anyway, so simp is a guy who is just too overly nice. And it's not hard to imagine situations where that can happen, right? And not many people are attracted to somebody who is too nice. You don't want to give up your self-respect when you're trying to attract someone, right? So there are situations where that actually does happen. Your friends might tell you, "Oh, you're going too far. Like, she's not going to like you if you just do everything for her, or if you buy her all kinds of gifts for no reason. She might take those gifts, but she's not going to like you back." So we've all seen this happen in real life. The word itself, with that meaning, I don't think is really problematic. The real problem with this word is that it's being used by people who really don't have any respect for women. I do see online occasionally, not just occasionally, too frequently, but I do see online where someone is using it as an insult to a guy who is just being respectful, just being nice, just being a good person, and treating females with respect, just human to human. I don't have a specific example in mind that I remember, but But I do remember thinking, well, that's crazy. The guy is not being a simp at all. He's just being a decent person. That's it. He's just being polite the same way he would be to another male. And he's treating the female with the same respect and dignity. And that's it. So why is this other person calling him a simp? It doesn't fit. It makes no sense. Well, it makes no sense unless, of course, you're the kind of person who feels that women deserve no respect. And that's where this word becomes dangerous. It has taken on a misogynistic tone, because it's being used by guys who feel that women don't deserve any respect. So that's why I said the word is supposed to mean someone who goes too far, does too much, becomes weak around someone that they like and that they want them to like him back. One other thing I should probably note before I finish the video is you might also see people who have started to use this word kind of ironically. You'll see people who say, I'm such a simp for a celebrity, right? They'll say, oh yeah, I'm simping hard on this celebrity. Basically, they're using the word in a humorous way to describe themselves as being weak and giving too much attention to a particular celebrity. They're basically just saying, I'm a really, really big fan and I'll take whatever they do. So this is kind of a good thing. I feel like it takes some of the negativity out of the word and makes it more playful. But my advice to people who are learning the language, if you're a native speaker, then you should have a good enough understanding of when and how to use this word without making yourself look bad. But if you're learning English, then my recommendation, until you have a better understanding of English and how to feel things out properly, my recommendation is don't use it. It's good to understand what it means or what it's supposed to mean and how people use it, but if you use it and you use it in the wrong context or at the wrong time, or if it is interpreted differently from how you meant, then you can easily be categorized as someone who has no respect for women. And I can't imagine that is something that any of my viewers would want to be perceived as. So I encourage you to resist using the word yourself until you have a really good handle on it. And even then, to be honest, it's not a word that I ever use. I feel the word is a bit cringy. I might use it ironically as a joke sometimes, but I've never used that word seriously, and I can't imagine I ever will. But of course, everybody's different, so you have to make your own decisions and use the words that you are comfortable with. So, I guess that's it. That's my whole video. If I've missed anything, if you have any questions, please leave a comment or leave a question in the comments. If you have a question, if you have a comment, leave a comment in the comments. That's it. Before I ramble too long and start to say really silly things, I'll just end the video now. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.